Yes, it is me. I'm not dead. Like I said, every time I come back to YouTube, there's always someone Brad's dead. I'm not dead. I'm alive. I'm well.
I know you fucking lying, bitch.
So, a quick introduction before the video gets started. I've been gone for a long time, 9 months. Really had time to work on myself. Really been getting things done, things that I need to get done. I'm in a great position in my life right now. Thank God. Very blessed to have many opportunities. So, I'm back to YouTube as well. I was saying, well, if I'm gonna complete my chapter right before I become a grown adult, let me go ahead and hop back to YouTube.
We do not care.
Should have followed my socials, my TikTok, and all that, all those great stuff. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get to 1,000 out here. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be Ray next up. Ray next up. This Reddit post is, I am marrying the man who is going to murder me.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The scariest thing that I've always had with it's just always been something I've been afraid of is, you know, like you've heard those stories where like a couple is married and then like the husband or wife kills the partner because they broke up or something like that. That is my biggest fear, in my opinion. We're gonna go ahead and read this up. I was just an 8-year-old girl when I told my dad that I saw mom naked wrestling with a man that wasn't him. She swore up and down that she never cheated on him, but dad didn't believe her. 2 years after the dust had settled over the messy divorce, my mom started seeing a new guy she met in AA. She introduced me to him, but I already recognized him. He was the guy who I saw sleeping with my mom when I was 8, but they wouldn't have sex for the first time until 5 years later. On their wedding night, mom was a good woman. What are we getting ourselves into, dog? It was around that time that I realized that I could see things before they happened. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Well, tell me. Am I gonna pull some? I'll answer some of the questions you probably have. No, I don't know the winning lottery numbers. So she probably doesn't know what I was gonna ask her. No, I don't get to choose what future I see. And no, it's not easy to change the future once I have a vision about it. My visions are a lot like one of those 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzles. I get to look at the image on the box to see how it would turn out in the end. But it's like other people are putting the puzzle together, and I can't stop them. It might take a long time for them to be finished, or maybe there are only a few pieces left by the time I get involved. But for the most part, the pieces always fall into place. I can try to remove certain pieces or rearrange them or force the wrong pieces together. Sometimes I do end up changing the future for the better. Other times all I ever accomplish is making the final result a lot sloppier. And sometimes nothing changes no matter what I do. If I'm to reckon that this person is really telling the truth, the amount of value this person is worth, I mean, we're talking net worths of billions of dollars, bro. Like, if I could tell the future, I would be the most depressed individual there is.
Okay.
When I was in high school, I had a vision of a close friend dying in a car crash. I went to the party where I knew he would get too drunk to drive, but try to drive anyway. So I stole his keys. He decided to take his girlfriend's car instead, along with his girlfriend. My original vision saw him dying shortly after running off the road, but since I intervened, he instead T-boned a minivan at 90 miles per hour, killing himself, his girlfriend, and the father of 4 in the other car. Do you know what this means, bro? She committed a murder. A family of 4. I can guarantee she's not telling nobody she can tell the future besides dudes in Reddit, right? She's not telling nobody she can see the future. So as far as she's concerned, she knows when I'm gonna die. She knows when my pet's gonna die. She knows when my dad's gonna die. I'm like, why would I want to be friends with her? Because think about it. She intervened in the future. She killed extra people, bro. She's a murderer. Like I said, sometimes when I try to change what is already supposed to happen, it ends up coming a lot sloppier. There's always a chance that I make things worse, so I usually try not to change things. But there are some things that I just can't let play out, no matter what else may happen. I was once at a restaurant and I recognized the couple across from me from one of my visions. In my vision, I was watching a news story about a beautiful young woman who was cut up into pieces and left in black plastic bags all over the city. It was her. I need to turn the light on, dog. This is what in the world is happening?
Are you serious right now, bro?
The news story then went on to show the man who murdered her. It was him. From the looks of it, she was falling head over heels from the creep. I sent him drinks and flirted with him aggressively until he lost interest in her, which made her storm off in humiliation. I'm sure she hated me for doing that, but if she knew what she was headed towards, I'm sure she'd be glad that I intervened. What in the world? I looked her up sometime after that. She's a practicing nurse now, still alive, has a boyfriend. Last I checked, he proposed. He seems like a much better guy than her date even pretended to be. Speaking of that monster, I never saw him in the news, which means he hopefully hasn't killed anyone, or he just hasn't been caught. I hope I never get to find out which. It's so much worse being a woman with this gift, especially because I don't want to be alone forever. After I caused mom and dad to split up, I prayed every night that they'd get back together. But when it became clear that they never would, I promised myself that I'd find someone and have the happy marriage that I always wished they had. But being able to sometimes see how a date is going to end before it even starts has destroyed all my trust in men. And it is already hard to trust them. Really, bruh? There are times that I feel like I am almost ready to get back into the dating scene, only to have a horrifying vision showing how putting my trust in a stranger plays out. I know that every guy isn't like that, but too many of them are, and I don't get to see the future of every date I go on, just a few of them. So the best I can do is avoid the truly awful men who attack me in my visions, but my visions have only saved me from some evil men. Some, not all. I mean, we're getting into some real deep stuff now. Like, we're deep in the waters. There is no getting out. But I won't need to worry about other men anymore, because I know who I will end up marrying. I've had a vision of a moment we share together, sometime in the future. In it, he's wearing my father's wedding ring that I would give to him when I propose. Most guys are put off by a woman proposing, but not him. He has curly, dirty blonde hair, and his light blue eyes are full of tears. He kneels on my chest and covers my face with a pillow and holds it there until I eventually stop moving. Seeing a vision of my own death never gets any easier to process, no matter how many times I've seen it happen. I often think about all the ways I could die, just like everybody else does. But it's so much worse when you are shown the completed puzzle like that, especially when you don't know how many pieces are left before it becomes a reality. That sounds like such a nightmare. Oh my gosh. But there's one thing in this vision that makes it stand out from any other I've had before. Any other time I've had a vision of my own murder, my face always looks the same when I finally die. It's unmistakable. Even after the shock or fear or confusion or pleading, I always die with this regretful look on my face. But not in that vision. Right before the man with the dirty blonde hair lays a pillow on my face, I look peaceful. I look ready. I look happy. I look like I know what is going to happen. Like a woman with no regrets. A woman who feels safe and listened to and has been loved for years and years and years. I look like I finally understand something that can never be explained. I keep thinking about the way that I looked in that vision. In my entire 30 years of life, I've never felt anything close to what I've seen I could feel in my last moments alive. I never thought I would ever get to be happy. I've only ever imagined a deep, deep misery at the end of the line for me. As hopeless as it was lonely, I've spent my life convincing myself that my death would only be as painful and terrible as my life has always been. And I saw no way out. And I've tried to take my own way out multiple times. I want to feel the way that I felt in that vision, and I know it's possible. No, it's guaranteed. All I have to do is accept it and try not to change the future that I've already seen. I can get all the things that I want in life, I just have to die. I want to be clear, I am terrified of dying, but I'm more terrified of living a life that never gets to experience that one fleeting moment of happiness. I'd rather risk dying happy than survive being unhappy. This is a very, very complicated individual. That's what we call them. I don't know if you'd understand unless you've lived my life. I don't know if anyone could. Full disclosure, I found the dirty blonde man in my vision. I've been dating him for a year now. He's so funny and kind, and he makes me feel so heard and supported. We've had ups and downs, but we always come back together to talk things out. I love him. I know he's the one. I'm actually going to propose to him as soon as I'm done writing this. I'm going to offer him my dad's wedding band. Of course, I'm pretty sure he's going to say yes. I'm both looking forward to it and dreading it at the same time. I mean, if you know you are going to die from a person you're dating, why? I tell you, why would you still date him, you idiot? But it's like you can't change the future though. Man, this is my advice. Stay single. How about that? How about you stop looking for happiness and start finding happiness in a job and making money? That's basically it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, viewing, subscribing. I love each and every single one of you. I swear to you. And it's your boy Brad, and I'm out, man. Doses.